Tonight, we'll explore the captivating world of Norse mythology, a rich tapestry of gods, giants, and epic tales. Let's begin our journey under the branches of Yggdrasil, the world tree, its roots deep in the earth and its crown brushing the heavens. Imagine yourself nestled amongst its ancient boughs, the wind whispering secrets through the leaves. This mighty ash tree connects the 9 realms of Norse cosmology, a breathtaking cosmic structure holding the universe together. At the very top, in the realm of Asgard, dwell the Aesir, the major gods of Norse mythology. Odin, the Allfather, sits on his throne, one eye lost in pursuit of wisdom. Ravens perched on his shoulders, whispering tales from across the realms. He's a powerful god, a master of magic and war, constantly seeking knowledge even at great cost. Think of him as a wise old king, his beard long and white, his gaze far-seeing and thoughtful. Beside him sits his wife, Frigg, the goddess of marriage and motherhood, her presence a beacon of warmth and comfort amongst the often turbulent lives of the gods. She's known for her foresight and her quiet strength, a constant in the sometimes chaotic world of Asgard. Picture her weaving a tapestry of destiny, each thread representing a life, a decision, a future. Thor, the god of thunder, is perhaps the most famous of the Aesir. His mighty hammer, Mjolnir, echoes across the sky in thunderous claps as he battles giants and defends Asgard. Visualize him, a strong and courageous warrior, his laughter booming like the rumble of distant storms. He's powerful and protective, a god who embodies the strength of nature itself. But Asgard isn't just a realm of mighty gods, it's also a place of beauty and intricate architecture. Imagine magnificent halls of gold and silver shimmering under the light of the sun and stars. Think of the craftsmanship, the artistry, the sense of wonder that permeates this celestial city. Below Asgard lies Midgard, the realm of humans, a world both beautiful and fragile, a place where mortals live out their lives, unaware of the celestial drama unfolding above. Sometimes the gods intervene, shaping events, testing mortals, or offering aid. It's a world of contrasts, of beauty and hardship, of joy and sorrow, a reflection of life itself. And beyond Midgard, further down the branches of Yggdrasil, lie other realms, the fiery realm of Muspelheim, ruled by the fire giants, the icy wastes of Niflheim, the realm of frost giants, and the mysterious realm of Svartalfheim, home to the dark elves. Each realm holds its own secrets, its own stories, woven into the grand tapestry of Norse mythology. Let the image of Yggdrasil, its vast branches and interconnected realms, settle gently into your mind. Feel the calming rhythm of the wind rustling through its leaves as you drift towards a peaceful slumber. Let the whispers of Norse myths carry you into the quiet embrace of sleep. We'll continue our exploration of this fascinating world another night. Sweet dreams. Imagine a colossal ash tree, its branches stretching towards the heavens, its roots delving deep into the earth. This is Yggdrasil, the world tree, a giant so immense it holds together the very fabric of existence in Norse mythology. Picture its trunk, thick as a mountain, its bark a tapestry of ancient runes whispering forgotten stories to the wind. Feel the gentle sway of its leaves, each one a tiny world in itself, rustling softly in an eternal twilight. Its roots burrow deep, reaching down into the murky depths of Niflheim, the land of mist and ice, a place of chilling beauty and hidden dangers. Here, amongst the frost giants and icy rivers, the roots drink from the primordial wells, drawing sustenance from the very beginnings of time. Deep in the earth, you might glimpse the serpent Jörmungand, coiled around the base of Yggdrasil, its vast form a constant reminder of the precarious balance of the cosmos. Its venom drips, slowly seeping into the earth, a constant threat, yet also a vital part of the tree's lifeblood. The serpent's coils represent the ever-present danger of chaos, a reminder that even in this majestic tree, there are forces of destruction at play. But Yggdrasil's roots also reach into other places, far removed from the frozen wastes of Niflheim. They tap into the springs of Mimir, a well of unimaginable wisdom, guarded by the wise Mimir himself. He holds the secrets of the past, present, and future, knowledge that flows through the roots of Yggdrasil, nourishing the tree and its many worlds. He's an ancient being, his wisdom an echo of the tree itself, a quiet and contemplative guardian of knowledge. And above, oh so high above, the branches reach up into the dazzling heights of Asgard, the home of the Aesir gods. Odin, the Allfather, sits upon his throne, overlooking all creation. He watches over his realms, his gaze traveling along the branches of Yggdrasil, connected to every aspect of its existence. From his vantage point, he can see the eagles soaring through the sky, their watchful eyes observing the world below. He can hear the whispers of the wind, carrying news from all corners of creation, carried along the branches of this mighty tree. Yggdrasil's trunk stands as a bridge between these realms and many others. Midgard, the world of humans, nestles somewhere in between, a delicate balance amidst the grander scale of the cosmos. Through the trunk's immense boughs, you can glimpse glimpses of Vanaheim, home to the Vanir gods, their magic woven into the very fabric of the tree. You might even spot a squirrel darting between branches, carrying messages between the gods and giants. This tireless creature, Ratatoskr, runs up and down, creating a constant stream of communication between those who reside at the very top and those who dwell within the roots. Muspelheim, the land of fire, casts its fiery glow upon some of Yggdrasil's highest branches, adding another element to its diverse and vibrant existence. Alfheim, the home of the light elves, shines with a soft, ethereal radiance that seems to enhance the strength and power of the great tree. Each realm, each creature, is connected to Yggdrasil, bound together by the life force that pulses through its being. And so we see that even in the realm of myth, there is a delicate balance to be found. So breathe deeply now. Let the image of Yggdrasil, the world tree, fill your mind. Feel its strength, its age, its boundless connection to all things. Let its peaceful presence wash over you as you drift off to sleep. We'll visit Asgard, the shining city of the Aesir gods, ruled by Odin, the Allfather. Imagine a place beyond the clouds, a realm of shimmering gold and pearly gates. Asgard sits atop a mountain so high, its peak pierces the heavens, a breathtaking sight even for the gods themselves. The city itself is a marvel of craftsmanship, built by the master builder, the cunning god Loki, though his contributions often came with a touch of mischief. Think of magnificent halls, each one filled with a warm, golden light. Imagine the glistening, intricately carved pillars supporting vast, open spaces where the gods gather. The air is filled with the gentle hum of conversation, the clinking of goblets filled with mead, a sweet honey wine that flows freely in Asgard. You can almost feel the warmth of the hearth fires, crackling merrily in the vast hearths, their flames dancing and casting playful shadows on the walls. Odin, the Allfather, sits upon his throne in Valhalla, the grandest hall in all of Asgard. His throne is made of gleaming white bone, a stark contrast to the richly colored tapestries that adorn the walls. He watches over his people, wise and watchful, his one eye, the other lost in a sacrifice for wisdom, piercing the illusions of the world. He's surrounded by his loyal warriors, the Einherjar, brave souls who have fallen in glorious battle, and now feast endlessly in Valhalla, ready to fight at Odin's side when the time comes. Nearby is the shimmering Bifrost, the Rainbow Bridge, connecting Asgard to Midgard, the realm of humans. Imagine its vibrant colors arching across the sky, a pathway between worlds. It shimmers and sparkles, a beautiful yet precarious link between the divine and the mortal. The guards of the Bifrost stand vigilant, ensuring only those worthy cross this magical path. Their spears gleam, reflecting the light of Asgard, a silent promise of protection. Deep within Asgard, hidden amongst the towering spires and gleaming palaces, lies the whispering grove of Yggdrasil, the World Tree. Its branches reach into every realm, connecting the 9 worlds. Its roots run deep into the earth, drawing life from the very heart of creation. Feel the gentle breeze rustling its leaves, a symphony of whispers carrying secrets of the past, present, and future. This ancient tree is a sacred place, a source of power and wisdom. And as the sun sets in Asgard, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple, the gods gather for their evening feasts. The air is filled with laughter and the sounds of music, a soothing melody carried on the gentle night breeze. You can almost smell the roasting meats, the rich aromas wafting from the kitchens, a comforting, earthy scent filling the air. Even amidst the grandeur and power, there is a sense of warmth and community in Asgard, a place where even gods find solace and companionship. Now, close your eyes and let the peaceful sounds of Asgard lull you into a restful sleep. Let the gentle murmur of the gods' conversations fade into the background as you drift away. Imagine a vast, star-strewn sky above the ancient lands of the Norse. In this sky, a lone figure, powerful yet wise, watches over the world. This is Odin, the Allfather, ruler of Asgard, the shimmering city among the clouds. He is a god of wisdom, war, poetry, death, and magic, a complex being woven from the threads of countless stories. But what sets Odin apart, what makes him truly unique, is his relentless pursuit of knowledge. He doesn't merely sit upon his throne, content with his power. Oh no, Odin is always seeking more, always yearning to understand the intricate tapestry of existence. And in this quest, he is never alone. At his side, perched upon his broad shoulders, are 2 ravens, as black as midnight, their eyes gleaming with an uncanny intelligence. These are Hugin and Munin, thought and memory. Hugin, thought, flies far and wide, soaring across the 9 realms, his keen eyes observing everything. He witnesses battles fought and won, whispers exchanged in hidden corners, the quiet unfolding of nature's gentle hand. He sees the joy and sorrow of mortals, the rise and fall of kingdoms, the subtle shifts in the balance of the world. Then he returns to Odin, his silent flight bringing a torrent of information. Munin, memory, diligently gathers this information, weaving it into the vast tapestry of knowledge that resides within Odin's mind. He meticulously remembers each detail, each observation, each whispered secret, preserving the stories of the universe in his unwavering memory. He holds the past, allowing Odin to learn from it, to see the patterns that shape destiny, to foresee potential futures. Picture this. The wind whispers softly through the branches of Yggdrasil, the world tree. As Hugin takes flight, his dark wings cutting through the crisp air. He circles mountains, crosses vast oceans, his gaze penetrating even the deepest caverns and the highest peaks. He observes the bustling activity of humans, the playful dances of elves, the solemn rituals of dwarves. He witnesses the quiet strength of nature itself, the slow growth of the trees, the steady flow of the rivers, the patient unfurling of a flower. He absorbs it all. And then, as the sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows across the land, Munin returns to Odin's side. He whispers the tales of the day into the Allfather's ear, a torrent of sights and sounds, of triumphs and tragedies, of joy and despair. Odin, his mind already vast and ancient, incorporates this knowledge, adding to his already immense understanding of the world. This constant flow of information keeps the Allfather ever vigilant, ever wise. Their tireless efforts, this unending cycle of observation and remembrance, serves as a constant reminder. Knowledge is not static. It's a river, ever flowing, ever changing. It's a journey, not a destination. And in the quiet rustling of Hugin and Munin's wings, you might even hear the gentle whisper of the cosmos, a comforting lullaby guiding you into peaceful slumber. Sleep soundly now. Meet Thor, the mighty god of thunder. Imagine him, if you will, standing tall and proud on the shimmering plains of Asgard, his golden hair catching the light of 1,000 stars. He's not just any god, he's the protector, the defender of both Asgard, his magnificent home amongst the clouds, and Midgard, the realm of mortals, our earth. In his powerful hand he holds Mjolnir, his enchanted hammer. Not just any weapon, Mjolnir is an extension of Thor himself, a conduit for his incredible strength and the very power of the storms. Picture the scene. The sky above Asgard darkens, not with a threatening gloom, but with a deep, majestic purple. A low rumble, like a giant's contented sigh, begins to build, growing in intensity until it echoes across the celestial plains. And then Thor raises Mjolnir. The hammer glows, a brilliant, ethereal light pulsating through its enchanted metal. The air crackles with anticipation, a silent symphony of raw power. With a mighty swing, a bolt of lightning as bright as 1,000 suns leaps from the hammer,
a controlled burst of energy arcing across the heavens. It's not a destructive force, not usually, but a display of power, a warning to any who would threaten Asgard or Midgard. He is a god of thunder, yes, but his thunder is often a benevolent roar, a guardian's call, a promise of protection. Thor, despite his immense power, is not aloof or cold. He has a playful side, a laugh that echoes across the starry expanse, booming with the same joyous energy as his thunder. He is a fierce warrior, courageous and loyal to his friends, ready to face any challenge, any foe, no matter how formidable. He loves his people, fiercely protective of his family, his brothers and sisters, and even his sometimes troublesome companions. He values honor, loyalty, and courage above all else. Think of him riding his chariot, pulled by two majestic goats, across the rainbow bridge, Bifrost, that connects Asgard to the other realms. The wind whips through his hair, the sound of their hooves a steady rhythm against the celestial pathways. He is a breathtaking sight, a figure of immense power, yet with a gentle heart beneath the warrior's exterior. He is a symbol of strength and protection, not just for Asgard, but for the balance of the cosmos itself. His presence reassures, calms the anxieties of the celestial beings, and offers a promise of peaceful skies. The rumbling of thunder fades now, a distant echo in the quiet of the night. The image of Thor, standing tall and proud, wielding his hammer, fades too, leaving only a sense of peace and security. Let this calming image lull you into a deep and restful sleep. The god of thunder stands guard, and all is well. Drift off now into the quiet embrace of slumber.
Loki. The name itself whispers on the wind, a rustling of leaves in the twilight. He wasn't quite a hero, not exactly a villain either. Loki, the cunning trickster god of Norse mythology, was something else. A force of nature, perhaps, a swirling eddy in the river of time, sometimes bringing chaos, sometimes, surprisingly, unexpectedly, solving the very problems he'd created. Imagine him, if you will, nestled amongst the rugged peaks of Asgard, his laughter a low rumble echoing through the valleys. His mischief was legendary, woven into the very fabric of Norse tales. He was a shapeshifter, you see, fluid and adaptable, able to change his form at will. A salmon one moment, a beautiful woman the next, a fire-breathing dragon later still. This ability, this constant flux, made him unpredictable, a delightful enigma even to the mighty gods. He could be charming, captivating, with a smile that could disarm even the most hardened warrior. But that smile often hid a glint of mischief, a mischievous twinkle in his eye that hinted at a plan unfolding, a web of deception carefully spun. Remember, this is a bedtime story, so we won't dwell on the more chaotic aspects of his nature. But suffice it to say, Loki's pranks could have dire consequences. He once tricked the blind god, Hodr, into killing his own brother, Balder, the god of light. The grief that followed was immense, a deep shadow cast across the realm of the gods. Even thinking about such sorrow now, it seems heavy, and it reminds us that even gods feel the sting of tragedy. Yet, from the depths of this tragedy often came a surprising twist. Loki, for all his trickery, possessed a sharp intellect, a cunning mind capable of extraordinary feats.
Remember that time he tricked the giant, Thrym, into believing he'd stolen Thor's hammer, Mjolnir? Thrym, he demanded a bride, a beautiful maiden, before he would return the mighty weapon. Loki, ever resourceful, devised a clever plan, dressing Thor in a bride's dress. Thor, a mighty god, not exactly known for his fashion sense. The scene must have been quite comical. With Thor disguised as Freya, the goddess of love and beauty, he reclaimed Mjolnir and delivered a mighty blow, vanquishing the giant. It was a victory born from deceit, yes, but a victory nonetheless. It reminds us that the path to success sometimes leads through unexpected turns and clever strategies. So think of Loki as a riddle wrapped in an enigma, tucked inside a mischievous shapeshifter. He's a complicated character, a mixture of light and shadow, laughter and sorrow. And as you drift off to sleep, remember, even the most mischievous of characters can have their moments of brilliance. His tales are a reminder that the world is filled with unexpected turns, and even chaos can sometimes lead to a surprising resolution. Now close your eyes. Let the gentle rhythm of my voice carry you away to a land of dreams where even trickster gods can find their peace. Sleep well.
Imagine, if you will, a world bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The air is cool, carrying the scent of wood smoke and distant wildflowers. In this world lived two powerful goddesses, Freya and Freya, often confused yet distinct in their divine roles. Their stories, woven through the ancient myths of the Norse people, are tales of beauty, love, loss, and the bittersweet strength found in facing conflict. Freyr, the elder of the two, is often depicted as a vision of radiant loveliness. Golden hair cascaded down her back, framing a face of ethereal beauty. Her laughter echoed like wind chimes in a gentle breeze. But beneath her captivating charm lay a warrior's heart. She ruled over the shimmering halls of Folkvang, a field where half of those who died in battle found rest. This wasn't a grim place of shadows, but rather a shimmering meadow where heroes and heroines reveled in feasts and joyful reunions. Freya, in her compassion, welcomed them, sharing her warmth and solace. She wasn't simply a goddess of beauty. Her connection to the battlefield demonstrated a strength rarely seen in the gods. She rode into battle herself, often at the forefront, her war chariot pulled by two magnificent cats. Her tears, shed for the fallen, were said to be pearls, each one a tiny tribute to bravery and sacrifice. But Freya's power wasn't limited to the battlefield. She was also deeply connected to love and fertility. She possessed the Satyr, a powerful form of magic associated with divination and shaping destiny. This allowed her to connect with the deepest desires of hearts and minds, influencing the tides of romance and fostering growth. She was a goddess who understood the full spectrum of human experience, both the joyous embrace of love and the grim reality of war, accepting both with the same quiet dignity. She taught mortals the art of love, but also cautioned them on the inevitable heartbreak that could follow its passionate currents. Her wisdom, though sometimes tinged with sadness, was always deeply valuable. Freya, sometimes conflated with Freya, shares some similar characteristics, but holds a unique place in mythology.
She too possessed captivating beauty, her allure as potent as Freya's. However, her focus was more intensely directed towards the burgeoning energy of love and passion. Her domain was less the battlefield and more the blossoming garden, the vibrant heart of life itself. She embodied the potent magic of growth and creation, the intoxicating power of spring's awakening. Her presence brought forth a sense of renewal and hope, a feeling of boundless possibilities. While Freya's power was often tinged with melancholy and the weight of experience, Freya's was more vibrant, bursting with the excitement of new life. Both goddesses, Freya and Freya, were powerful figures, each with their unique attributes and roles in the tapestry of Norse mythology. They reminded those who knew their stories that love and war, beauty and loss were not opposing forces, but rather intertwined aspects of the human experience. And as you drift off to sleep, perhaps you can sense their quiet presence, a gentle reminder of the complexities and beauty of the world around us. Sleep now and dream peacefully of these powerful goddesses.
Let's explore Valhalla, the majestic hall where fallen warriors feast and prepare for Ragnarok. Imagine, if you will, a vast hall, shimmering with gold and lit by an endless twilight. Its roof, impossibly high, seems to touch the heavens, supported by gleaming spears, each one a testament to a brave life lived and lost. The air hums with a low, comforting thrum, a sound like distant seashells on a shore, a constant, gentle reminder of the ocean's ceaseless rhythm. Within this grand hall, the Einherjar, chosen warriors who fell bravely in battle, reside. They are not ghosts, not shades, but strong and vital beings, forever young and filled with a quiet, contented energy. Think of them, resting on richly carved benches, their armor gleaming softly in the ethereal light. They are not idle, they are preparing. Not for another battle, not in the way they once knew, but for the final, ultimate battle, Ragnarok. But before that, there's the feasting. Imagine the aroma. Roasted boar, succulent meats, steaming stews rich with herbs and spices, all served on tables that stretch seemingly endlessly. The mead flows freely, a golden elixir that brings warmth and camaraderie, shared among these noble warriors. Their laughter echoes softly, a gentle murmur that fills the vast space. It's not boisterous, not the raucous laughter of a tavern, but a deep, contented sound, the sound of shared memories and mutual respect. They speak of their battles, their victories and defeats, not with the bitterness of loss, but with the quiet pride of those who fought honorably. Each tale carries the weight of experience, seasoned by the passage of time, but recounted with a gentle, almost wistful tone. They recount the clash of steel, the thunder of hooves, the cries of battle, not to relive the violence, but to share the shared experience, the bond of brotherhood forged in the heat of conflict. Think of the mead hall's immense size, large enough to comfortably hold warriors from countless battles, from every corner of the 9 realms. Yet, despite its size, it feels intimate. A sense of peace permeates the air, a quiet confidence in the face of the inevitable. They know Ragnarok is coming, the great twilight of the gods, a battle that will reshape the cosmos. But they are ready. They have spent their time in Valhalla honing their skills, strengthening their bonds, preparing not just for the fight, but for whatever may come after.
The halls of Valhalla are not merely a reward, a prize for a life well fought. They are a place of training, of reflection, of community. It's a place where warriors find solace and camaraderie, where past glories are remembered, and where future challenges are faced, not with fear, but with quiet determination. And in the gentle hum of this place, in the soft laughter of the Einherjar, you can find a quiet peace, a soothing reminder that even in the face of the greatest challenges, strength lies not just in battle, but in unity and preparation. So breathe deeply and let the quiet hum of Valhalla lull you into a peaceful sleep.
The world, in those ancient times, wasn't just populated by gods and humans. Oh no, there was another powerful presence, a constant hum beneath the surface of things. The giants, the Jotnar. Imagine them, if you will, figures of immense size and strength, dwelling in far-off lands, in icy caves, or amidst the mist-shrouded mountains. Their very presence was a challenge to the gods, a reminder of the raw, untamed power that existed before the ordered world they had painstakingly built. These weren't your friendly giants, the kind that might help you carry a heavy load or tell you stories by the fire. These were beings of immense power, often capricious, unpredictable, and prone to fits of anger. Their motives were rarely clear, often born of ancient grudges, a simmering resentment against the gods' dominion. Some stories tell of them striving for power, seeking to usurp the place of the Aesir, the gods of Asgard. Others speak of simple acts of spite, a hurled boulder to disrupt the divine order, a chilling breath to freeze a fertile valley. Think of Ymir, the primordial giant, a being of such immense size that his body formed the very earth itself. His death, at the hands of Odin and his brothers, marked a turning point, the raw chaos of creation being shaped into something more ordered. Yet, even in death, Ymir's legacy endured. His blood became the oceans, his bones the mountains, his flesh the earth itself. He was a constant reminder of the formidable power that existed even before the reign of the gods. Then there was Sutunkur, the keeper of the mead of poetry, a drink so potent it could inspire the greatest of songs and stories. His daughter Gunnlod guarded the mead fiercely, yet Odin, ever cunning, managed to steal it, demonstrating that even the greatest of giants could not always hold on to their treasures. This act, though successful for Odin, sparked yet another simmering resentment, another thread woven into the tapestry of conflict between gods and giants. Consider, too, the giantess Angbroda, mother of monstrous creatures, whose sons, Fenrir and Jörmungandr, would one day bring about Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. Her very existence is a testament to the interwoven destinies of gods and giants, a reminder that their fates were inextricably linked. She isn't simply an enemy, but a mother, birthing the very beings who would challenge the gods' reign. The stories often portray the giants as a force of nature, unpredictable and raw. They represented the untamed wilderness, the chaotic forces that existed outside the neat, structured world the gods had made. They weren't always evil, not in the human sense, but their actions were often destructive, disruptive, and born of a power that they didn't always understand, let alone control. And so the struggle between the gods and giants continued. An ongoing conflict whispered in the wind, in the roar of the sea, and in the rumble of distant thunder.
It was a conflict that, in its own way, helped define the world, shaping its landscapes, its myths, and its very destiny. And as you drift off to sleep, perhaps you can hear the faint echo of their ancient struggle, a low hum in the background of your dreams.
Now, let's drift gently towards Midgard. Imagine it, nestled between the shimmering heights of Asgard and the rumbling depths of Jotunheim. Midgard, the realm of humans, a world of green fields and whispering forests, of crashing waves and quiet villages. It's a place of quiet beauty, a fragile tapestry woven between the cosmic threads of gods and giants. Think of it, the sun warming your skin, a gentle breeze rustling through leaves, the distant sound of a stream. This is the world you know, the world where your feet find solid ground. But even in this peaceful setting, the echoes of the greater conflicts reverberate. You might not see them, not directly, but they're woven into the very fabric of your life. A sudden storm, fierce and unrelenting, might be a whispered battle between Thor and a frost giant, its fury a distant echo of their clash. A bountiful harvest, a season of plenty, is a blessing perhaps from Freya, the goddess of love and fertility, her gentle hand guiding the growth of crops. But a poor harvest, a time of hardship, might whisper of Loki's mischievous interference, a subtle twist of fate in the grand cosmic game. The humans of Midgard, they live their lives unaware of the true scale of the forces around them. They tend their fields, raise their families, build their homes, and tell their stories around crackling fires. They build their lives on this earth, sometimes in the shadow of towering mountains, sometimes beside tranquil lakes, always caught between the celestial dramas playing out above and beneath them. They build their lives, simple yet profound, unaware that the very ground beneath their feet might tremble with the weight of a god's passing or the fury of a giant's rage. Picture a young woman gathering berries in a sun-dappled clearing. She hums a simple tune, unaware that the wind whispering through the trees carries with it the sighs of the Valkyries, preparing for battles yet to come. See a farmer tilling his land, his hands roughened by work, his brow beaded with sweat. He doesn't see the subtle shifts in the earth, the tremors that mark the passage of giants beneath the surface. These are the humans of Midgard, living lives of quiet heroism and humble acceptance, their existence a testament to resilience within the vast and sometimes terrifying landscape of the cosmos. Think of a child gazing up at the night sky filled with 1,000 shimmering stars. They see wonder and beauty, but perhaps also the faint flicker of a distant battle, a spark of cosmic fire reflecting in their wide, innocent eyes. These are the quiet moments, the everyday wonders, the moments that build the lives of the people of Midgard. These moments, woven together with the grand tales of gods and giants, create the unique tapestry of this realm, a world caught between the extraordinary and the ordinary, between the immense power of the divine and the gentle strength of humanity. And as you drift off to sleep, remember the gentle rhythm of life in Midgard, a constant, gentle pulse between the clashing worlds above and below. Let the peace of this world settle over you and lull you into a peaceful slumber. Imagine, if you will, a journey, a slow descent into the heart of the earth. Not a fiery volcanic plunge, but a gradual sinking into a twilight realm, a land of mist and shadow. This is Hel, the underworld of Norse mythology, a place not of eternal torment, but of quiet, unending twilight. It's ruled by the goddess Hel, a figure often misunderstood, not entirely evil, but certainly not benevolent. She is the daughter of Loki, the Trickster God, a lineage that hints at the unpredictable nature of this shadowy land. Hel's realm isn't a fiery pit of endless suffering, as some might imagine. Instead, picture a vast, echoing cavern, its walls draped in the perpetual dusk of the underworld. A chilling wind whispers through the shadowy halls, rustling through the skeletal branches of gnarled trees that cling to the damp earth. The air itself seems heavy, laden with a stillness that presses down upon you, a sense of profound quietude. Rivers of icy water meander through the landscape, their surfaces reflecting the dim, ethereal light that filters down from somewhere far above. These are not ordinary waters. They are the tears of the lost, the sorrow of those who have journeyed to this place, their grief slowly seeping into the very fabric of Hel's domain. You might see figures moving silently through the gloom, shades of those who have passed from Midgard, the world of mortals. They are not tortured souls, but simply existing. Their lives are over, their journeys concluded. They wander the halls of Hel, neither happy nor unhappy, simply present. As you move deeper into Hel, you might encounter strange creatures. Not fearsome demons, but creatures born from the very essence of this mysterious land. Perhaps a shadowy wolf, its fur the color of night, slinks past, its eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. Or maybe you'll see a spectral horse, its mane and tail woven from the mist itself, disappearing as quickly as it appears. These creatures are part of the landscape, as much a feature of Hel as the rivers and the trees. They are not hostile, merely other. The goddess Hel herself is rarely seen. She resides in a grand hall at the heart of her kingdom, a structure of dark stone and shadowy wood. Her throne, carved from a single piece of obsidian, reflects the dim light, amplifying its ethereal glow. Some say she is a fearsome being, a queen of the dead, her power absolute. Others speak of her as a figure of sorrowful understanding, a ruler who presides over the quiet end of mortal life. The truth, perhaps, lies somewhere in between. There is a strange beauty to Hel, a haunting stillness that settles deep within you. It's not the beauty of vibrant colors or joyous sounds, but a beauty found in the profound silence, the deep shadows, the unwavering tranquility of the underworld. It's a place where life's relentless rush ceases, where time itself seems to slow, to almost stop. A place where all things are eventually still, quietly, at rest. As you drift off to sleep, let the quiet peace of Hel settle over you, a gentle reminder of the ultimate stillness that awaits us all. The wind whispered secrets through the tall grasses of the Norse plains, secrets carried on the breath of the Valkyries. These weren't happy tales of heroic deeds and Valhalla feasts, but rather a low hum of dread, a prophecy whispered from generation to generation. Ragnarok. The twilight of the gods, the end of the world as they knew it. It began subtly, a slow unraveling. The winters grew longer, colder, the sun a pale ghost in the sky. The frost giants, usually confined to their icy realms, stirred restlessly, their icy breath chilling the very bones of the earth. From Jotunheim, their land of endless winter, they crept forth, their eyes burning with a cold fire, their hearts filled with ancient grudges. And then there was the serpent, Jormungandr, the Midgard serpent, who encircled the world in its coils. Its scales shimmered with the cold light of the dying stars, and the sea itself seemed to writhe with its power. The serpent stirred in its slumber, its ancient rage awakening. The tremors that shook the earth were its restless movements, a prelude to the chaos to come. Fenrir, the monstrous wolf, whose jaws could swallow the sun, broke free from his magical bonds. His howls echoed across the land, a mournful symphony of impending doom. He stalked the forests, his eyes glowing with malice, a shadow of fear falling upon all who heard his chilling call. Odin, the Allfather, wise and powerful, sensed the approaching doom. He knew the battle was inevitable, a clash of cosmic proportions. He sat on his throne, Hlidskjalf, gazing at the world below, watching the signs of Ragnarok unfold. Even his wisdom, honed over centuries, offered little solace. The gods prepared for the final battle, each knowing their part in the inevitable conflict. Thor, the god of thunder, sharpened his hammer, Mjolnir, ready to face the monstrous Jormungandr. Tyr, the brave god of war, stood ready to meet the wolf, Fenrir, in a final desperate struggle. Loki, the Trickster God, whose actions had set in motion this catastrophic chain of events, watched with a mixture of dread and grim fascination. The battlefield was Jol, a vast plain where the rivers of blood would flow like icy streams. The gods fought with courage and fury, but the forces of chaos were overwhelming. The earth quaked and the sky burned as the gods fought their final battles. Thor wrestled with the Midgard serpent, their struggle shaking the very foundations of existence. He defeated the beast, but in doing so was struck by its venomous bite, his life force extinguished. Tyr, true to his nature, faced Fenrir, sacrificing his hand to keep the beast bound, even as the wolf's terrible jaws closed upon him. Odin, facing the monstrous wolf, Fenrir, met his end, his sacrifice as significant as the others. His death, however, marked a pivotal point in the great struggle. As chaos reigned, it was also a beginning, a slow, arduous renewal. The battle raged, a cosmic ballet of destruction and death. The world was consumed by fire and ice, a symphony of destruction that echoed through the ages. Yet, even in this utter devastation, there was a promise of renewal, whispered on the wind, a faint glimmer of hope in the ashes of the old world. The seeds of a new beginning, hidden deep within the earth, waiting for the time to sprout and blossom. And as you drift off to sleep, let the gentle rhythm of my voice soothe you, and the image of that new dawn, waiting patiently, bring you peace.
The slow unraveling began subtly, like the first frost on a late autumn evening. A chill, not of the air, but of the cosmos itself, settled over the 9 realms. It wasn't a sudden freeze, but a gradual dimming, a lessening of the light from the sun and stars. The days grew shorter, the nights longer, and a pervasive sense of unease settled over even the most stalwart of creatures. Farmers noticed their crops failing, even with the most diligent care. The harvests dwindled, and the once plentiful lands grew barren. The animals, too, sensed the shift. Wolves howled at a moon that seemed smaller, paler than it had ever been. Birds migrated earlier, their songs quieter, their flights more erratic. Even the mighty trees, ancient and steadfast, showed signs of weakening, their leaves browning and falling prematurely. In the great halls of Asgard, Odin, the Allfather, felt the tremor in the fabric of reality. His ravens, Hugin and Munin, returned with whispers of strange occurrences from the far corners of the realms. Tales of monstrous creatures stirring from long slumber, of forgotten prophecies surfacing, and of battles between gods and giants that were bloodier, more brutal than any in living memory. The Bifrost, the rainbow bridge connecting Asgard to Midgard, flickered and dimmed, its vibrant colors fading to a pale, unsteady glow. This was a worrying sign, a weakening of the very link between the realms, a portent of the chaos to come. The whispers turned to shouts as the giants, emboldened by the cosmic shift, grew bolder in their attacks on Asgard's borders. Deep within the earth, the serpent Jormungandr, coiled around the world, writhed in his restless slumber. His movements caused earthquakes, shaking the foundations of the realms. The sea grew restless, its waves crashing against the shores with a fury unseen for centuries. Sea monsters, lured by the unsettling energies, surfaced, terrorizing coastal villages. Loki, ever the trickster god, felt his power surge, a dark energy fueling his schemes. He manipulated events, whispering doubt and discord amongst the gods, fueling the growing conflicts. His actions, subtle yet potent, hastened the inevitable. The three Norns who spun the threads of fate seemed to work with a feverish intensity, their faces etched with worry as they struggled to keep up with the accelerating pace of events. They knew the end was coming, and their weaving became a frantic race against time, desperate to alter the inevitable course of Ragnarok. Even the Valkyries, the choosers of the slain, felt a sense of foreboding. Their usual ethereal grace was replaced by a grim determination as they prepared for the battles to come. The air itself crackled with tension, a palpable sense of dread that hung heavy over all 9 realms. The slow unraveling had become a full-blown crisis, and the final, cataclysmic conflict was no longer a distant threat, but an imminent reality. The stage was set, and the players prepared for their final, fateful act. The air grew heavy, thick with the scent of wood smoke, and something older, something primal. A low rumble, like the grinding of mountains, began to shake the very foundations of Asgard. The battle of Ragnarok had begun. Imagine, if you will, a twilight sky, bleeding crimson and orange as the flames of Muspelheim licked at the edges of the world. Not a gentle sunset, but a furious conflagration, mirroring the war raging below. Odin, Allfather, his one good eye gleaming with grim determination, stood at the forefront, his spear Gungnir poised. He faced the monstrous wolf Fenrir, its jaws agape, revealing teeth like shattered obsidian, breath a blizzard of icy death. The ground trembled with each of their blows, the clash of steel against bone echoing across the battlefield. Around them, the gods and giants fought with a fury born of ages of simmering resentment and prophecy fulfilled. Thor, god of thunder, his mighty hammer Mjolnir flashing, battled the Midgard serpent Jormungandr, a colossal beast whose coils encircled the earth. Their clash was a tempest of lightning and sea spray, the very air crackling with the raw power of their struggle. Each strike of Mjolnir echoed like the drumbeat of fate, yet the serpent's venom, a chilling green, threatened to overwhelm the god of thunder. You can almost feel the spray of salty water on your skin, hear the rumble of the earth beneath you shifting and groaning under the immense weight of the battle. Freyr, god of fertility, usually gentle and kind, fought with a desperate ferocity against Surtur, the fire giant, whose very presence seemed to warp the land, turning fertile fields into rivers of molten rock. The clash of their blades, Freyr's shining sword against Surtur's fire-forged blade, sparked a shower of embers that rained down on the battlefield, adding to the apocalyptic scene. Imagine the heat, the intense light, a shimmering curtain of fiery death hanging over the combatants. Breathe deeply and let the gentle rhythm of your breath calm you as you continue to drift. Loki, the trickster god, now bound to his destiny, watched from a distance, a flicker of something akin to regret in his eyes. His actions, his deceit, had played a significant part in bringing about this cataclysmic end. But even his cunning could not undo the prophecy, the weaving of fate that had brought them to this bloody culmination. Even the air feels heavy with the weight of his choices, doesn't it? Close your eyes and let the weight of his story settle upon you, releasing any tension you might be holding. The ground groaned and shuddered, the cries of the warriors a mournful symphony of steel and sorrow. The gods fell, one by one, their strength failing, their bodies succumbing to the relentless onslaught. Yet they fought on, their courage unwavering even in the face of utter annihilation. It was a battle fought not just for survival, but for the very essence of existence itself. The image slowly fades, leaving only the gentle quiet and the peace that comes with the passing of time. Let the sounds of battle fade into a soothing hum. Allow yourself to drift peacefully into sleep.
The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of ash and the lingering chill of a world plunged into winter. Ragnarok, the great twilight of the gods, had passed. The earth, once vibrant and teeming with life, lay scarred and broken. Mountains crumbled like discarded toys, their peaks shrouded in perpetual twilight. The once mighty rivers were reduced to trickling streams, snaking through landscapes ravaged by fire and frost. Silence, broken only by the mournful cry of a lone raven, settled over the shattered remains of the cosmos. But even amidst the devastation, a quiet strength began to stir. From the charred earth, tenacious shoots pushed their way through the ash. Tiny green blades, unyielding in their determination to reach for the faint sunlight filtering through the smoke-filled sky. These were the first whispers of rebirth, a gentle defiance against the utter desolation. Slowly,
Almost imperceptibly, life began to return. The hardy grasses, resilient survivors of the cataclysm, spread their roots, binding the loose soil and holding it firm. Small animals, creatures who had managed to shelter themselves in hidden burrows, emerged blinking into the dim light. A timid rabbit, its fur dusted with ash, ventured from its hiding place, its twitching nose sniffing the air for signs of sustenance. A lone wolf, its coat matted and scarred, stalked the desolate plains, a shadow in the fading light, a testament to survival's relentless grip. Far away, near the shores of a once mighty ocean, now a quiet lagoon, a small band of humans huddled together. Their clothes were ragged, their faces etched with hardship, but their eyes held a flicker of hope, a tenacious spark in the face of overwhelming loss. They were the remnants, the survivors, the inheritors of a broken world. They carried with them the memories of the past, the echoes of a glorious age, but also the seeds of the future, clutched tight in their calloused hands. They spoke in low voices, sharing stories of their ancestors, of gods and heroes, of battles won and lost. These stories, passed down through generations, were not merely tales of the past, but also a roadmap for the future. They spoke of the sacred trees, the Yggdrasil, whose roots held the memories of the cosmos. They believed, with a faith born of necessity, that even from the ashes of destruction, something new could grow. They began the slow, arduous task of rebuilding. With patient hands, they cleared away the debris, planting seeds in the fertile pockets of soil. They fashioned tools from salvaged metal, their movements slow and deliberate. They learned to fish in the shallows, to hunt the sparse wildlife, to build shelter from salvaged timber. They worked together, their efforts a testament to the enduring spirit of humankind, a demonstration of their capacity for resilience and hope. The sun, a pale ghost in the smoky sky, seemed to grow a little brighter each day, a silent promise of a world slowly healing. The long, harsh winter gave way to a tentative spring. The first wildflowers, delicate and tenacious, burst forth from the earth, a vibrant splash of color in a world still cloaked in shades of gray and brown. And in the hearts of the survivors, a quiet joy began to bloom, a hope that even in the face of unimaginable loss, life, in all its fragile beauty, could find a way to persist. And as they slept under the newly forming stars, they dreamt of a world reborn, a world cleansed and renewed.
From the ashes of Ragnarok, a new world emerges, a cycle of creation and destruction completed. The air, once thick with the smoke of burning worlds, slowly clears, revealing a landscape both familiar and strangely new. The mountains, though scarred, still stand tall, their peaks kissed by the gentle light of a reborn sun. The rivers, once choked with debris, now flow freely, their waters sparkling under the clear sky. Life, tenacious and resilient, begins its slow, patient return. Tiny green shoots push their way through the fertile soil, nourished by the rain that falls softly upon the earth. Slowly, tentatively, the land begins to heal. Where once stood mighty forests reduced to ash, delicate wildflowers bloom, their vibrant colors a testament to nature's enduring power. In the quiet valleys, small creatures stir. A lone deer,
Its coat, the color of twilight, emerges from the shadows, its graceful form a symbol of renewed hope. Birds, their songs soft and hesitant at first, begin to fill the air with their melodies, a gentle symphony welcoming the dawn of a new age. The survivors, those who had witnessed the cataclysm, emerge from their shelters. Their faces, lined with the weariness of hardship, are softened by a sense of wonder at the beauty that surrounds them. They rebuild their homes, not with the grandeur of the old world, but with a simpler, more humble grace. Their shelters, crafted from natural materials, blend seamlessly with the landscape, a testament to their harmonious relationship with nature. They remember the past, the great battles, the fiery destruction, but they do not dwell on it. The weight of the old world is lifted, replaced by a lightness, a sense of new beginnings. They approach their tasks with quiet determination, their hands working in tandem with the rhythms of nature. They plant seeds, tend to their animals, and share the bounty of the land with each other. There is a sense of community, a bond forged in the crucible of shared experience that strengthens their resolve. The old gods, or what remained of them, are distant whispers in the wind, their power waning. New spirits rise, subtle and gentle, mirroring the delicate beauty of the reborn world. These are spirits of growth, of resilience, of quiet hope. They watch over the survivors, their silent presence a comfort in the quiet moments. The nights are filled with the soft glow of the stars, a celestial tapestry woven across the vast expanse of the night sky. The survivors gaze upon this magnificent spectacle, feeling a sense of peace, a feeling that only comes after profound loss and the arduous journey towards renewal. They find solace in the quiet contemplation of the stars, a silent connection to the vast cosmos, a reminder of the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. They know the world is forever changing, that destruction and creation are two sides of the same coin. But they also know that life, in all its beautiful forms, will always find a way. And as they drift off to sleep beneath the watchful gaze of the stars, they dream of a brighter future, a future born from the ashes of the past.
As our journey into Norse mythology concludes, let the calming sounds of nature lull you into a peaceful sleep. Imagine the gentle lapping of waves against a shore, the soft rustling of leaves in a twilight breeze. We've traveled far, haven't we? From the creation of the world, a vast and echoing void giving way to Yggdrasil, the mighty world tree. Its branches reaching into the heavens and its roots delving into the depths. We've met gods and goddesses, giants and dwarves, heroes and monsters. Each tale, a whisper carried on the wind, a story etched into the very fabric of the land. Think of Odin, Allfather, perched upon his throne, one eye gazing across the realms, the other sacrificed for wisdom. Recall his ravens, Hugin and Munin, thought and memory, ever at his side, whispering secrets into his ear. Remember Thor, the thunder god, his mighty hammer Mjolnir flashing across the sky, protecting Asgard and Midgard from the monstrous giants. And Freya, the beautiful goddess of love and war, her chariot pulled by cats, gliding through the air, a powerful and independent spirit. We've witnessed the creation of the world, the forging of magical weapons, and the weaving of destinies.
We've heard of brave battles fought and heroic sacrifices made. We've pondered the riddles of the Norns, the three sisters who spun the threads of fate, their words shaping the lives of gods and mortals alike. The tales of Norse mythology, rich with imagery and symbolism, paint a vivid picture of a world both beautiful and terrifying. A world where the forces of nature and the power of belief intertwine. Perhaps you found yourself drawn to the fierce independence of the Valkyries, choosing their fallen warriors to bring to Valhalla, the glorious hall of Odin. Or maybe it was Loki, the Trickster God, his cunning and chaos forever disrupting the peace. Perhaps the stories of Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, resonated with you, the epic battle that would reshape the world, a cataclysm followed by rebirth. Whatever aspects of Norse mythology captured your imagination, let them now fade into the gentle rhythm of your breathing. These are not just stories, they are echoes of a culture, a people who found meaning in the natural world, in the strength of their communities, and in the enduring power of myth. They remind us of the cyclical nature of life and death, of creation and destruction. They speak to the human condition, to our struggles, our triumphs, and our enduring search for meaning. As the night deepens and the stars begin to gleam, allow yourself to drift, to let go of the day's worries. Let the imagery of Norse mythology fade softly, like the last embers of a dying fire. Breathe deeply. Feel the calmness settle over you. Let the whispers of the wind and the gentle sway of the trees carry you into a peaceful sleep. Sweet dreams filled with the echoes of gods and giants, heroes and monsters await. Sleep soundly, and may the peace of the northern night cradle you until the morning light.